Happy Wednesday. Frequency Codes coming to you live on a Wednesday instead of a Friday because I am off on a road trip. Welcome if you are joining me live or if you are on the replay. Say hello. The whole purpose of Frequency Codes is you wouldn't leave your house without checking the weather and deciding what clothes to wear for the day. So why do you try to operate your business without checking the energetic weather to know what activities to do for the day, which is exactly what we're going to be breaking down. Hello, Kendra. I know it's weird on a Wednesday, but we're going to mix it up. We are going to play with it. I am going to be on Vancouver Island this weekend visiting Tyler's dad, and I don't want to try to schedule something when we are visiting family. So here we are on a Wednesday. Now for the rest of the week, you're going to be like, wait, what day is it? And you're going to be so confused on Friday. You're welcome. Okay, so you wouldn't check the you wouldn't go outside without checking the weather. So we're not going to run our business without checking the energetic weather. I'm going to be breaking this down day by day using Book of Life numerology. No, you do not need to know Book of Life numerology in order to harness this and use this in your business. That's my job. Your job is to get out your calendar or your journal and take notes for what to do every day. Jill, you made it. Hello. I would love to know how you found me, Jill, because that's important information. Jill figured it out. I love it. I love it. Okay. So get out your calendar, get out your journal. Let's fucking go. Let's dive in. September 15th through the 21st, energetic weather to operate your business at the max capacity for the max results. We are in a 9 energy year, in a 9 energy month. I have been talking about this all damn year. This is the culmination. But oftentimes, and I talked about this yesterday in my content and on my Instagram stories, I talked about how so many people are talking about the 9 energy, this 999 portal, the 9 energy being all about release and letting go and surrendering and processing and integrating. And yes, that is part of it. But what happens when all you do is release, 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 it leaves you feeling drained and exhausted and empty. We don't want that. We want to fill the cup back up. So if you think about the 9 as this full cup of water, you are completely full to the top. You have been working all the way since January. Now we're in September. This culmination of that 9 energy, the cup is overflowing. It is full of all the beliefs and thoughts and people and communities and content and sales and all the things that you've been doing all year long in this 9 energy. And now we're at this place where it's time to tip the cup and spill some out because you're carrying too damn much. It's starting to get heavy, right? But what we want to do is decide, now that the cup is empty, what are we going to put back in the cup? Because we're not going to walk around with an empty cup. We need an overflowing cup of all the things that we desire, that we want, the activities that actually get results. So this 9 energy, although it is about emptying and letting go and releasing, it's also about being very intentional with what you're putting back in, which is what October is bringing in, which is what today at the time of this recording's energy is bringing in. And we are getting a sneak peek in the month of October of what 2026, the entire year, is going to feel like. A little taste test. So it would make sense that you would want to be intentional in October to not only set up your 2026 with power, but also to set up the next 9 years, because we're closing a 9-year window. It so relates to how you're feeling, Jill. Yeah, I love that. I love that. And I love your determination. So good. It's an Ace of Diamonds day. You had to be here because you're an Ace of Diamonds. Okay. Now, September is that 9 energy as well. So all month long, you're going to be doing this final purge, this final cleanse, but don't forget to be intentional about what goes back in, which is why if you are not signed up for the Quarterly Codes Q4 edition, I don't know what you're doing with your life, because that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in that free masterclass. So if you are not in that free masterclass, sign up. Link all over the place. DM me if you want the link. Okay, so let's break it down day by day. September 15th, we've got a 9 of clubs ruling 6 energy. Notice your boundaries today. Are you over giving? Are you over delivering? If you find yourself feeling drained after working with a client, ask yourself, why are you still working with that client? Why are you still working with that client in a way that drains you? It's not necessarily that you need to let go of the client, but maybe there's a way that you can pivot how you work together so it doesn't feel so draining. Notice where you're not receiving fair compensation for the work and the effort that you're putting in. Are you just giving and giving and giving and not receiving? Are you just giving away all the free value and not actually selling your offer and not getting paid? So today is the day to witness and adjust accordingly. Wherever your boundaries are leaking, tighten up any of those energetic leaks today. So remove activities from your calendar, remove activities from your entire week, remove activities from your entire business. Hold on, my camera is doing weird things. Hold please. Okay, there we go. So remove activities from your entire business that you're doing out of a sense of obligation, out of a sense of, I need to do this, or I made a promise to somebody 8 months ago that I would do this, but now I really don't want to. That kind of energy, no more. Stop over delivering in your free groups. Stop doing things in the DMs that is around free coaching. If people need to work with you, if people want to work with you, they can pay you to work with you. So tighten up the amount of access people have to you in any of your paid or free containers as well. It's really easy to get in there and all of a sudden you're in there 5, 6, 7 days a week when you said you would only be in there 2 days a week, right? So if you promised yourself that you wouldn't answer any DMs or any telegrams or any Voxers on weekends, what are you doing messaging your mastermind on a Sunday? Close the gaps on your energy leaks today so that you can move forward into your week with power. Thank you, Jill, for sharing that link. I appreciate that. All right. Tuesday, September 16th, 8 of clubs, ruling 7. Oh, my mommy is here. Hello, Mom. Hi, Mom. I love it. My mom is visiting this week, so she's watching from the patio. She's hanging out back in the backyard. All right. Tuesday, 8 of clubs, ruling 7. Take a look at your messaging with fresh eyes today and get radically honest with yourself. Would your dream client stop scrolling for what you just shared? Are you capturing their attention? Are you putting effort into your messaging, or are you just kind of posting and then posting and then posting and then blaming it on the algorithm? Put effort into refining your message. Today could reveal conversations and content that no longer match the frequency of who you're calling in to come work with you. So be open to a pivot. Be open to refinement. I spent a better part of yesterday pouring into my mastermind clients. And one of the things we were looking at was specificity in content. So one of my clients in the mastermind shared a piece of content that she was super proud of, and it was good. It was really, really good. And she was telling a story about something that happened to her 9 years ago. But what I couldn't get was her. I couldn't feel her in the content. So we ripped apart that piece of content. We got really tangible. We got really specific with it. And then she went and posted it again. And I was like, now we're fucking talking, because now I could see myself in her shoes. And that's the difference between a piece of content that people scroll right by or a piece of content that people go, oh shit, she gets me. That's the difference. And that's what we need to be focusing on. So cut out the fluff in your content, get literal, get specific, get tangible, and give your audience a chance to feel you, which means no ChatGPT for content creation. And if it's not working for you, if it's not bringing you more clients, if your content is just kind of getting crickets out there, either scrap it or rework it so that it starts working. Because otherwise, you're just banging your head against the wall. All right. Wednesday, September 17th, 7 of clubs, ruling 8. Amplify your visibility today. Now, I always say post content every day, sell every day. But today, post more than once. Do a live stream and share a powerful story of your leadership. Talk about what you stand for in your industry and your beliefs, or the beliefs that help guide your decisions, how you lead yourself. Draw the line in the sand of what you will not tolerate in your industry. Give your audience the opportunity to understand you even more, and trust yourself to express straight from the heart. Yes, some people might not like what you have to say. So what? They're never going to hire you anyway, or maybe they will way down the road. But right now, if they don't like what you have to say, they're not going to give you their dollars. And so you're not trying to impress these people. It's not about that. Don't worry about them judging you. You are not supposed to make everybody happy. If they're not going to hire you and they don't like what you have to say, bye-bye. Because you're focused on those who actually want to hear what you have to say, serving the ones who stand with you, who share similar beliefs, and let the rest fall away. And while you're at it, challenge yourself to be even more visible. Challenge your clients to consider where they're still hiding their brilliance. Post multiple times today. All right, Thursday, September 18th, 6 of clubs, ruling 9. Same energy. Do not allow yourself to become complacent. If you went absolutely wild with your content yesterday, go even wilder today. Post 10 times more today than you did yesterday. Just go absolute fucking feral. Post something that scares the shit out of you, and call out your people, call out your audience for something you know that they're thinking or they're doing that you know isn't serving them. Like not posting content because you're overthinking it and you don't know what to say. Don't hold back from saying what you really fucking mean, and remember to be literal, tangible, and specific. Put up a post-it note on your computer. Literal, tangible, and specific in all of your content. You cannot get your point across with fluffy, surface-level shit. Dig in and infuse your content with how you feel. Dig deeper into what that actually means. The content that we were talking about yesterday, there was something about she felt like she was drowning. And I said, what does that mean? Were you drowning in a pool? Or what did that feel like? And all it took was her to voice note for 2 minutes. And I had like 5 or 6 different instant answers for the tangible and specific examples of what that looked like. So dig in and refine. Stand with the conviction in your beliefs, your offers, what you have to say, and go fucking say it. A lot. All right, Friday, September 10th? That's not correct. Friday, September 19th. Here we go. I forgot to change the date in my notes. September 19th, 5 of clubs, ruling 1. We have a significant shift in energy occurring on Friday. It's going to feel a little bit different. And that's okay. That's a good thing. But what you want to do on Friday is actually go and reflect back. Look at just the week. Look at all the content. Look at the results of your content. Not from a place of, oh my God, I didn't get any new followers or nobody liked my stuff. We're not going from that. We're looking at it for evidence of what worked and what didn't work so that we can refine. This isn't about going and judging. It's not about vanity metrics. Who cares? If nobody read your content, it's okay. We're going to pivot and we're going to adjust. If a whole bunch of people read your content, okay, that doesn't mean anything different. So don't make it mean anything. But go and look. Notice what worked. Notice what fell flat without judgment. Just look at the results. And then we're going to pivot. We're going to do more of what worked. So you're going to examine, why did that work? What was it about this post that got people to respond, to comment, to like, to DM me, to buy? And then let go of what didn't work. Maybe take something that didn't work and rework it, refine it, and post it again. Because only 1% of your audience is seeing your content on any given day anyway, so they probably missed it. Think about your content as a giant ecosystem. It's always fluid, it's always moving, it's always changing. So one piece of content that you created 3 months ago could be reworked over 100 times. I teach this in my mastermind. Most people aren't willing to go to these lengths, and instead you just keep trying to come up with new pieces of content all the time. And it's no wonder you think content creation is hard, because you're always trying to come up with new ideas. Instead, go and look at the top 3 posts from the last few days, rework the hook, include more detail, get more tangible and more specific, change the call to action up, and post it again. Saturday, September 20th, 4 of Clubs, ruling 2. Here we are leaning into the new moon in Virgo with an eclipse. So the finale of eclipse season. But on Saturday with that 4 of Clubs, there's an invitation for you to clean up the mess from the week. You're probably going to have notepapers and pens and things and crap all over the place because it was a week of absolute feral content. So take the time to organize your desk, clean up all your notes, clear up your space, your office, and settle into a sense of rest and ease. Ground yourself today and get organized for the week ahead. Maybe think about a brain dump. This is something I love to do. If I've got a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff going on in my head, I'll just write down all of it onto a piece of paper and get it out of my head. Get all of your ideas and your thoughts on paper so that you can prioritize your tasks for that week ahead. Delegate anything you don't need to be doing. Pass it off. Get your spouse to do it. Get your VA to do it if you have one. Hello, happy Wednesday. Get people to do things for you if you can. Cut it off the list if it doesn't need to be done. Remove distractions so that you can hit the ground running after that new moon eclipse. Which then leads us to September 21st, Sunday, the new moon in Virgo, eclipse, 3 of Clubs, ruling 3, big energy. But it's not necessarily what you might think. Today, I invite you to let your imagination run fucking rampant and get delusional about what's possible for you in the next 90 days. Somebody once told me, when you move based on logic, you get logical results. But if you decide on delusional goals, you're going to get delusional results. So why wouldn't you be fucking delusional? What you create today on this new moon in your mind, what you create in your mind and the intentions that you set for yourself are guiding you into your next 9-year cycle. So ground this vision for your life onto paper, get it written down, get it locked in, write a declaration for yourself about what your standards are as you move forward. Are your standards, you move your body every day, you meditate every day, you sell every day, you post content every day. What are your standards for yourself as you move forward? And then share those standards with your audience. But most important, lock them into your mind. Lock them into your being. Because the decisions that you make today are setting you up for your next cycle. A quote that I heard recently that's just stuck with me is 6 months from now, you're either going to have results or you're going to have excuses. And I know for myself, I'm going to have fucking results. And if you're not yet signed up for the Quarterly Codes Q4 edition, I really don't know what you're doing with your life. We are closing the door on this 9-year cycle. Like I mentioned, 2016 was the beginning, 2017, and 2026 is going to mark the start of a brand new cycle. In October, we get a preview of what that might look like, what that might feel like, and how you consciously choose to move in October and into 2026 is going to set you up for the next 9 years. So if you're in Quarterly Codes, you're going to find out what all that energy is and how to move with it, which is why I'm hosting this free masterclass. It's September 22nd, 23rd. Replays are available, and I'm going to be breaking down the precise energetic map over the next 90 days for your best times to sell, the most potent content to share that will convert, when to pause and close your fucking laptop and go for a walk so that you can leverage this moving into 2026. You're going to have access to the replay until December 31st, 2025, so you can go back and watch it again and again. DM me for the info. Jill has posted here in the comments. Send me a message. I'll get you signed up. It's free. All right. If you are in the Profit by Numbers membership, you already have access to this, and I think all of you are signed up. Okay, my friends, if you are live, I am pulling cards. So let me know if you want cards, and I'm happy to pull. I am going to start with Jolene because I think Jolene might be driving. So we're going to start there. Other than that, I do not pull cards unless you ask. So make sure you ask. Drop it in the comments. All right, Jolene. Yeah, I got you. You're first. Amy, hello. Kendra, you got it. All right, Jolene. I always want to break out into song when I see your name pop up. Jolene, Jolene. All right, you probably get that a lot. Jolene, I love this. 4 of diamonds, 4 of hearts. This is structure, foundation, solid, grounded, one step ahead at a time. Clydesdale, get shit done energy. I love this for you because I know that you are in the middle of a beta run with your new program. There's probably a few things that need to get organized and structured. We're moving into Virgo season, which is all about that structure and foundation. So this week, spend some time getting some workflows in place, getting some sort of organization, getting some sort of system in place for creating content all the time, for selling all the time. Maybe schedule some things in advance so that you know on those days when you're going to be crazy busy, you don't have to think about it. This is about grounded, solid structure, doing it from a place that lights you up, that you know is going to create more freedom for you because it's supporting you. That feels really good for you, Jolene. I love that. All right. I am going to go to Amy and then Kendra and then Jill. And Let's Be Diverse podcast. I don't know your name. If you want to drop your name, I'm absolutely happy to pull cards for you. No problem. All right. So we are going to Amy. You're next. Okay. And like usual, whenever I do this, I get too hot. One sec. Turn the fan on. All right. So, Amy, we've got 9 of clubs, 5 of diamonds. Every time a 5 of diamonds shows up, I get excited because that's my birth card. So, 9 of clubs, 5 of diamonds. This to me feels like there is a belief shift possible for you this week that might feel a little bit stretchy. That might feel like, ooh, I've been hanging on to this belief for a long time, and it's been part of my structure and my systems for a long time, and to let go of it might feel a little rebellious, a little bit juicy. So let's look at those beliefs, Amy, and see what you're holding on to that no longer supports and that will set you free when you let it go. All right, Kendra and then Jill. Andrew, thank you for sharing your name, Andrew. Absolutely, I will pull cards for you. Okay. Hello, Maylene. Nice to see you here. I am pulling cards for anyone who is live. So if you would like cards, I only pull if you ask. So just let me know if you want me to pull cards and I will do so based off of next week's energy and how we're going to be experiencing that for your business. All right, Kendra, you are up. Okay, Kendra, I love that all the diamonds are showing up. So Ace of Diamonds, 7 of Diamonds. This to me feels like a really powerful new intention and a new standard for how you show up. Trusting that the value you are sharing with the world aligns with the value that people are looking for. To really just allow yourself to do what you love the most. Remembering that the only thing that matters is that you love it. Because if you love it, there will be people out there that love it too. So really holding yourself strong to those standards, holding yourself to that intention, not being attached to it, but moving towards it, trusting that the actions you are taking are aligned with the intention and the goals that you've set for yourself, and that you are staying adhered to the standards you've set for yourself. This is almost an opportunity for you, Kendra, as I was talking on one of the days to write a new set of standards on that new moon. Maybe even do it at the beginning of the week and start playing with it and flushing it out for the whole week so that when you get to that new moon, you can amplify even more what it is that you want to experience. Let me know how that lands for you, Kendra. All right, Jill, you are up next, and then Andrew, and then Timothy. All right. Yes, Maylene, absolutely. Happy to pull cards. You are welcome, Amy. All right. Okay. Jill, and then Andrew. More fours. Jill, we got the Four of Spades, Six of Hearts. I love this because you are a ruling six. This Four of Spades is inviting in a really solid structure and a little bit of ambition for you this week. So I would actually create a little bit of spaciousness to work on your own business this week, to really hone in on a new strategy, some new workflows perhaps, maybe really just thinking about where you want to take your business over the next few months and really setting up your, like, this almost feels like a CEO week, to take an entire week where you're only focused on your own business growth and your own business structure, but also doing it from a place of service, which I know that you do, Jill. This is really about, while you're building your business, you're thinking of how your business can create more impact and be of more service. But in order to do that, you've got to get some foundation in place. Let me know how that lands for you, Jill. All right, we are going to Andrew after I have a quick sip. My detox tea, I gotta drink 4 of those today. Okay, Andrew, you are next. What have I done? Okay, Kendra, that resonates. You've been working on your standards. Almost sounds like some self-parenting. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. All right, I don't know what I've done with the tech. Okay, here we go. Andrew and then Timothy, and I will keep pulling for the rest of the comments. And if anyone else has joined live, just let me know. I'm happy to pull cards. All right, Andrew. All right, so Andrew, the invitation here, you've got the 7 of Spades, 6 of Hearts. The invitation here is to lean into your intuition and to trust the little whispers this week. As you get new nudges, as you wake up in the middle of the night with an idea, as you're in the shower and you're like, oh man, I gotta do that, or you're driving and you're going to get coffee and all of a sudden that boom, that download comes in. Pay attention to those and act upon them as quickly as you can. Don't question it. Don't go, oh, well, maybe I'll do that 3 months from now. Do it now. Implement immediately. The more you do that, the more you're going to create more impact. And the more you do that, the more you're going to trust yourself and build your confidence to be able to continue listening to that intuition, trusting that intuition, and taking action upon it. So pay attention to the whispers and the nudges and your gut instinct next week. And as you do that, you're actually going to create more impact in the world, create a ripple effect of, global impact. Like it feels to me like this is a big scale. So pay attention to all of those little nudges this week. And biggest thing is take action immediately. Even if it's just one move, even if it's one decision, even if it's one email, just do it as soon as you possibly can. Let me know how that lands for you, Andrew. All right, Timothy, you're next. And then Maylene. You're going to ask what I was drinking. Yeah. It's a product called Vital Health out of Mexico. I use their products and the detox tea is amazing. All right, Jill, lands so perfectly. It was the information you were looking for. I love that. Makes sense. Awesome, Andrew. I'm glad that lands. All right, so we're going to do Timothy and then we're going to do Maylene. Is it Maylene or Maylin? I want to make sure I'm pronouncing your name correctly. All right, Timothy. Timothy, I love this for you. 10 of Hearts, Queen of Spades. Timothy, I want you to go on a celebration rampage. I want you to see the magic in life. And I know you already do this. Amplify it 10 times. Take it to the next ridiculous, delusional level. Oh my God, I can't believe how good my coffee tastes today. It's so good. Oh my God. Look at the sunshine. Oh my gosh, look at my little kitty. He's so cute. Like, be ridiculous. Be absolutely fucking ridiculous with your celebrations, over the top to the point where you're obnoxious and annoying to everyone around you, because what that's going to open up for you is freaking magic. Celebrate everything, Timothy. Get into the celebrations tab in the membership and challenge everyone to celebrate even more. Like, drop in 10 times a day. Just come in there and drop every little magical piece. Celebrate with us. Celebrate publicly. Celebrate everywhere. Be obnoxious, Timothy. Okay. I don't usually give advice to people to be obnoxious, but here we are. All right. Maylene, you are next. And if there's anyone else live, or if I've somehow missed your name, please let me know and I'm happy to pull cards. Otherwise, Maylene, you will be the last but not least. Yeah, Timothy, right? It feels good. Get into the membership tab and just get in there and celebrate like crazy. I love it. All right, Maylene. Ooh, okay. So, oh, hey, Tyler. You needed to hear that too? Yeah, Maylene. Okay, good. So the thing with these types of readings is oftentimes if you're here, there's going to be a message for you in everyone's cards, in everyone's reading. So it's not just for Timothy alone. This is for everybody. So if you are a member, if you're watching this and you are a member in the Profit by Numbers membership, go celebrate in there like crazy. A, you have a chance to win something really cool. And B, you have the chance to amplify your experience of how you see life. And when you do that, you win no matter what. I'm actually thinking of doing a micro program around this in October, talking about how I won studio production time for the short film that then became a 7-time International Film Festival award winner. I won $150,000 worth of free mentorship last year simply by celebrating. I just won a 24-hour intensive with one of my mentors in a couple of weeks because I spent a week in obnoxious celebrating. This is how we manifest, is through this type of energy. So go be obnoxious. And if you heard it and it felt good to you, the message is for you as well. And Maylene, this is for you. Queen of Spades, Ace of Diamonds. This is an invitation for you to trust your intuition. But the Queen, if you think about how the Queen is in life, the Queen is a benevolent ruler. The Queen sometimes has to make really tough decisions, but the Queen is the leader. She's got her crown on straight. She is not fucking around. She is unapologetic in what she wants and how she rules her realm. This is your invitation to stand tall, straighten your fucking crown, and rule your realm. Take ownership of your business. Claim your results and what you desire. Be unapologetic in the pursuit of what you desire. And trust your intuition more than anything else. Get lit up, get passionate, get ambitious. Whatever it is that you desire is yours. It's available to you. All you have to do is plant the seed. That feels good. Let me know how that lands for you. And then we're going to end with Tyler. You made it just in the nick of time, Tyler. Good job. All right. Okay, so Tyler, Very similar energy. Maylene, you are so welcome. Absolutely. So Tyler, 9 of hearts, 6 of spades. So this energy is an invitation to not only just lean in and celebrate. I know this week you're visiting with family, but we're also going to plan a wedding ceremony. This is an invitation to just celebrate and honor and be with the people that you love the most, to just really be present in those moments and to allow yourself that time and that energy and that presence with the people that you love. In doing so, it's actually going to unlock a little bit more depth into your work and how you're moving things out, how you serve your community. So honestly, Tyler, just spend the weekend in love. I know you know how to do that. That's easy. This is my fiance we're talking about, people. All right. Yes to more queen energy. Always, Maylene. Always. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me live here on a Wednesday. I know it's a weird day. I usually pop in on Fridays. Next week, I am going to be back at my regularly. No, next week we're going to do it on Saturday. Kendra, if you're still here, I'm totally going to fuck with you. The next few months, I am traveling a lot, so we are going to be shifting things up over the next few months. But I promise you, when it's on Friday, it'll be on Friday. Otherwise, we're just pivot. Just pivot with me, Kendra. Excellent. Cherish the time with family. Exactly. Thank you so much for joining me, friends. I will see you next week on Saturday. Have a beautiful week. And don't forget to sign up for Quarterly Codes. If you are not in there, I seriously do not know what you're doing. How can you possibly plan business activities if you don't know what the energy is going to be? And this is going to set you up not only for the next 90 days, not only for 2026, but for the next 9 years. I'm going to take that seriously. How about you? DM me for the link if you don't have it yet. See you soon. Bye for now.